So Team Zimbabwe tadzoka. So patanga tiri palive internet yangorowa. And it's so sad. We tried to use other alternative sources because I normally use three different internet services, but I lost both of them. I don't know what really happened. So I don't want to point fingers at this juncture. So we want to continue looking at what is really happening munyika yeZimbabwe, especially tine nyaya dziri kuitika kuCCC. We have a lot of issues dziri kuitika Chitungwiza Nyatsime, and we need to answer this question. A lot of people have been asking, why is it that Job Sikhala was arrested? So as we all know, Honorable Job Sikhala is the family lawyer of the Ali family. So as the family lawyer, he is the one who is representing the wishes of the family. He is the spokesperson of the family. He is the one who is representing the family in the courts. Wherever they go, he is the one who is representing the family. Wherever they need legal assistance, they get it from Job Sikhala. So as you know that this case is complicated, the allegations that she was murdered by ZANU-PF backed militia. So because of that, there is a possibility that they might tamper with any outcome which might come from the postmortems, from the forensic examinations. So the family is so concerned about the tampering of such results. So Job Sikhala is the key point man in this whole issue because he needs to run from point A to point B to point Z. Achimira kuona kuti zvinhu zvacho zvafambiswa sei, going to hospital, going to courts, etc. So we have a development where it was announced that the burial is suspended until the perpetrators of this murder are found and are booked. So because of that, there is going to be more chaos. Likely, there's going to be more chaos on the part of the police. Reasons why I say so is because when Moreblessing Ali disappeared on the 24th of May, a report was made on the 25th. So after a report was made, the police, according to their memo, they say they dispatched different teams to search for Moreblessing Ali, but to no avail. So here is the issue. The person who is believed that he kidnapped Moreblessing Ali is Piers Jamba. But there are other people who are alleging that she was kidnapped by Simbachi Sango and his team. So that alone is creating a situation where the police were supposed to go take Simbachi Chisango, or they were supposed to request Simbachi Sango to come to the police station for questioning, not for an arrest, just for questioning, so as to know the circumstances and the whereabouts and what really happened, and also to corroborate with the report which was made by Mirikina. So the police failed to do that. They failed to question Simbachi Sango. It's not a matter of arrest, it's a matter of asking or questioning the person to see whether he is linked to this incident, checking where he was when this happened, and all sorts of things. That was what the police were supposed to do. However, they came and said this issue was not political. And the question is, how did they conclude that this matter was not political when the prime suspect, Piers Jamba, was not apprehended and the suspect is not before any questioning? How did they conclude that this was not politically motivated? How did they conclude that Piers Jamba was not a member of ZANU-PF? That is another question. So you would have seen that they already created a problem. They created a mystery which is going to be difficult to resolve. So fast forward to the discovery of Moreblessing Ali. She was discovered very close to Simba Chisango's mother's residence. And this is creating a lot of questions. Why is it that the police failed to pick up this place? Because according to the reports, they looked in all wells, in all surrounding wells. So the police were supposed to come with sniffer dogs, and they would have used the sniffer dogs to sniff, to look for Moreblessing. So this well is also within the vicinity of the places where this team, which was dispatched from the police, looked into. And according to my knowledge, I have seen police officers doing their job perfectly well, searching for different people, looking for different people, and I have seen them using sniffer dogs, and they are very competent. So the question is, why is it that they failed to use the sniffer dogs in this case? And if they used these sniffer dogs and Moreblessing was not in this pit or in this well, who came with Moreblessing and when? That is another question. So what really transpired? So that raises another issue where we can safely say Moreblessing was killed later so as to make her not testify what really happened, so as to make her not identify the people who might have abducted her, the people the people who were holding her hostage. That is another situation, that is another case. Because just imagine you have exonerated someone from crime, and people are alleging that this is the person, and that person is later released and later identifies somebody and says, this person abducted me. That would create a chaos to konzeresa munyika. So there is a probability or a possibility that pese paitwa noise Moreblessing was alive, and zvakangozobuda pachena chete kuti they tried kuti vaconceal the information. This is the reason why we found her dead. So Team Zimbabwe, this issue is so deep because the arrest of the family lawyer now then comes in. There is an announcement, Yakuti, she is not going to be buried if the perpetrators are not caught. And there is no effort or non-effort to locate Piers Jamba. There is no comprehensive report on the police search of Piers Jamba. So other people are saying, and there are no leads or there are no efforts to make sure that they locate him. So the problem now is Honorable Job Sikhala said she is not going to be buried up until the culprits are caught. And this is going to make this case to remain fresh, because if someone is not buried, it's difficult for you to ignore the case or the matter. So it will remain fresh, this case, because at any time people will need to come and bury her. So it means that the case will be alive. If she is not buried, the case will remain alive and it will be difficult to end. So the best method to make sure that they bury this case or they delay this case is to make sure that she is buried. After she is buried, it means there are no further examinations which might be required. The case will be difficult to resurrect because there won't be any burial to talk about. So, and the family, it will be difficult for the family after she's buried because they will not have any leverage against the state or against anybody. So right now, the issue is if they are to let Job Sikhala out of court, it means they will have to go to court for them to bury Moreblessing. And that is going to make the court raise a lot of questions. Kuti, why is it that you took so long to quickly or to search for Moreblessing iangari panzvimbo akawanikwa ari around the area yamuri kuti makatsvaga and mukatsvaga migodhi yese. Why did it take so long for you to identify her? Why is it that you failed to deploy sniffer dogs and other things you were supposed to earlier deploy? So why is it that you failed to question, not to arrest, to question Simba Chisango in time so as to find any leads or any links to this crime? So you will see that I want to give you an example. Dudu Simatutu, Zimlife editor, was called for questioning because of his tweet in Zanzaka insult a president. He was called for questioning. Why is it that after Chisambai Chisango was accused, he was not called for questioning as well? That raises a lot of eyebrows. That shows that there is a lot to hide in this case. So you would actually see that the importance of Job Sikhala being in jail right now is to make sure that they fast track the burial of Moreblessing Ali, because the family is now left with no spokesperson. The family is now left without a lawyer. So you'd see that Job Sikhala is hard-headed, and it's difficult to convince Job Sikhala. It's very difficult to deal with people like Job Sikhala when they are outside of prison. So the best way is to make sure that they are in prison and they'll get bail after Moreblessing is buried. So you are going to see that this case is so difficult. This case is so concerning. And as citizens, we need to make sure that we put our heads together. Because I listened to the lady who was narrating how Moreblessing went missing or was abducted. She said, I just observed a yellow t-shirt, and that should sound an alarm. Here, there is a statement where they are saying Piers Jamba abducted her. But there is a statement where she is saying she just observed a yellow t-shirt, which means there is a possibility that she is in fear of her life, or she is in fear that if she speaks the truth, or if she points out kuti ndakaona ningi uyu aripo, she might get arrested as well. So your statement is very concerning, because she is not identifying Piers Jamba in her statement. She is not identifying Piers Jamba. She is just mentioning ini ndakaona a yellow t-shirt, ndo yandakakwanisa kunyatsoona, which sounds an alarm. So the question is, what if zvikazooneka kuti indeed the other person who is being accused kuti is part of that ningi, zvikazobuda pachena kuti was wearing a yellow t-shirt on that very same day, what will happen? So this issue will begin to create a lot of problems, and this might lead to protests, massive protests in Harare. And you know, if Nelson Chamisa calls for protest, you know what will happen. We don't need to tell anybody about what will happen next. So this is the reason why the state must tread cautiously. This is the reason why President Emerson Mnangagwa must quickly intervene and make sure that there is justice, and make sure that the perpetrators of this violence are brought to book. Because if they are not involved, why is it that they tried to ban CCC from holding the funeral? Why is it that the memorial service was held elsewhere, not at the real residence of Moreblessing Ali? That raises a lot of questions. Who is giving ZANU-PF MPs and councillors power to intimidate, to disrupt the activities, the funeral arrangements and activities, to dictate how people are going to mourn Moreblessing? Who is doing that? Because it is our constitutional mandate. It is our constitutional right to mourn anybody. So even if 1 million people come for your funeral, hapana nokubvunza. Soja Love akavigwa nguva yeCovid, kune restrictions. How many people attended Soja Love's funeral? Did we see any police beating anybody? How many people were arrested? None. So If Soldier Love, a musician, was buried by thousands and thousands and thousands of people, what stops Moreblessing Ali to be buried by thousands and thousands of people? We are no longer in a critical moment in terms of COVID. So what is stopping people from gathering? Nothing. President Emerson Mnangagwa was kwavakaenda kuchechi kuya kwe. Thousands of people were gathering kwamwasha. So if they can attend gatherings, very big gatherings, if they can do very big gatherings, what is stopping us from going in our thousands, in our numbers, to bury Moreblessing? Indeed, they know that pangosvika noso Chamisa anosia aisa mark, pangosvika noso Chamisa anosia aisa signature. Sa izvozvo ndo zviri kuvatyisa kuti murume uyu tikamurega achipinda in these areas anouya okanganisa zvinhu zvakawanda, is going to cause a lot of political chaos. So they are now afraid, they are now they know very well that they are not going to go beyond 2023 because people are agitated, people are angry, people want change. Everybody wants change in the nation of Zimbabwe. So, Team Zimbabwe, the arrest of Job Sikhala is questionable. The arrest of Job Sikhala is very critical at this moment because I never heard Job Sikhala inciting violence. What he said is that tisikuzorega nyaya iyi ichirova, tichaenda kung'anga, toenda kung'anga tonogadzirisa kuti vanhu ava vapere nengozi. And that is allowed by Shona culture. There is no law which bars anybody kuenda kung'anga kuti vanhu mhondi dzauraya munhu wako dzipere nengozi. Hakuna mutemo unorambidza izvozvo. And that is what Job Sikhala said. If you listened to Advocate Nelson Chamisa addressing yesterday, he said, isisu atende kung'anga, tunaenda kuchurch. So, which means Job Sikhala committed no crime. Job Sikhala incited no violence. There is no proof that Job Sikhala incited violence. But the CC members are being attacked left, right, and center. The police is doing nothing. The president is doing nothing. The courts are doing nothing. Nobody is talking about it. Nobody is concerned about this whole issue. Yet they've arrested someone for simply talking about the truth, for simply seeking justice, for simply standing by the family, supporting the family. So it shows that in Zimbabwe, we are not safe. Honestly, we are no longer safe because you can be arrested for any charge. Any charge can be fabricated against you. So what we are doing right now, we are talking. We are not inciting anybody. We are discussing. We are exploring the possibilities. Is it possible? These are the issues we are looking at. But you might get arrested just because of that. That is the kind of Zimbabwe we now have, where there is no freedom of speech, where you cannot speak freely, where you cannot ask questions. If you ask government questions, ask Nick Mangwana, Anugupindura Raba, but he is the government spokesperson. He is the person representing the government of Zimbabwe, but he continued to speak on behalf of ZANU-PF. And that is the problem. Yekuti munyika chaichayo ine democracy, munyika chaichayo ine vanhu vane pfungwa, Nick Mangwana angada izvizvi akatodzingwa basa ari kujeri. That is a British who is making sure that the people of Zimbabwe suffer each and every time. So handisi kuziva hangu kuti tinosvika kupi nevanhu vakadai so, but myself, I believe that the arrest of Job Sikhala was meant to make sure that they silence the Ali family, was to make sure that they fast track the burial of Moreblessing Ali, because so long she is alive, it is going to be difficult to close this case. So long she is not buried, it is going to be difficult to close this case. So in the comment section, before we conclude, what do you think about the arrest of Job Sikhala? How do you feel the arrest of Job Sikhala? How do you take it? How do you view it? The arrest of Job Sikhala, was it good? Is it good? Or what do you think? What does it reflect? Because the international community is watching. And when sanctions come, you continue to see blames on CCC, blames on the opposition, sanctions and but what is ZANU-PF doing to make sure that they respect human rights? Aya human rights ekuti endai kunhamoka hambodi kana mutemo umwe kana chii kana hazvimbonetsi kungorega vanhu voenda kunhamo voviga munhu wavo, kurega mapurisa oita basa ravo, kurega vanhu vepolitics, vanhu veZANU-PF kuti aincita violence osungwa. Why is it that Taurai Kandishaya is walking scot free after inciting violence several times? Akabuda pachena anatinashe Jonathan achitaura kuti 2023 the only way is to go the violent way. The clip is there. But why is it that the police failed to do anything? Because kana takuona vanhu veCCC vachirohwa, vachipisirwa dzimba, vachiuraiwa. Ipo pakambotaurwa kunzi the only way going forward kuna 2023 is to go the violent way. Zvinoreva chii izvozvozvo? Why is it that they were not arrested? So if they can't arrest Chamisas and Kandishaya, why is it that they arrest Job Sikhala for anything? So I don't know. We don't need to go any further, but we will continue to come and update you about what is really happening. We have a lot of issues to attend to. We have a lot of issues to answer regarding the enforced disappearance and murder of Moreblessing Ali. We are mourning with the family, with the Ali family, and we hope that they will be consoled. We hope that they will find comfort in the Lord. So we will continue to come up live as long as we have time. We'll continue to come up live. We'll continue to give you updates. So we want to end this broadcast here, and we will come back live again. So it is very important for you to subscribe. It is very important for you to like and ring the notification bell so that patiri kudzoka tichiita live, you will be notified, you will be appraised kuti takuenda kunoita live. So there is a number iripo iri pa screen apo. If you want to join our WhatsApp group, kindly say hi, then we will add you into our WhatsApp group. So if you want to be part of our discussions, also tinyorerei pa number iyo. If you have any topic yaruda kutaura regarding the death of Moreblessing Ali or any other issue iri kuitika, please send a message by that number iri kubuda right on the screen, or if you use the email address iripo, or if you use the Twitter handle iripo, use any method yaunogona kushandisa ipapapa, so that we will come live, we will give you an opportunity, we will give you a platform to speak to the people of Zimbabwe regarding your views about the death of Moreblessing Ali. So the next topic yatiri kudzoka nayo ndeyevasikana. We know that the trio, that is Joanna Mamombe, Cecilia Chimbire, Netsai, they still have their case in court, and they've been spending so many hours in court, and vatambudzika vasikana. So we want to come back to explore more. Why is it that these girls are still in the courts and are still going without getting justice? Why were they arrested while they are the victims? Then we will also come to issue to do with corruption, the hope and corruption. So pana machona feyansiya wiwa. So it is very important. Job Sikhala is loved by a lot of people, and I don't know why they are persecuting him. But according to the president himself, arutaura tichakuda kuchaya zvinhu zvakuda kusvika, nguva yeshanduko yakuuya, nguva yeshanduko yakusvika. So thank you very much everybody for tuning in. Please ridzai bhera, hit the notification bell so that unowana a notification kana takudzoka live. I said tiri kudzoka nenyaya yevasikana, tobva tazodzoka nenyaya yecorruption. We want to explore nyaya yecorruption. We want to talk about a very important issue panyaya dzecorruption, covering the hope, seeing how he is exposing corruption, his importance in the political fraternity at this moment. And as a journalist, how he is assisting our generation to achieve change, and why is it that they are also persecuting him. So till we meet again in other episodes, thank you so much for coming in, and thank you so much for tuning in. Musati maenda, please ende mutsvaga channel yedu yakanzi ABTN News. ABTN News. If you check kuma posts andakaisa on this platform, there is a link iriko. Please ende channel yoyo muno subscriber. Please ende channel yoyo muno subscriber, because my videos esatine upload, we are uploading to that platform. On this platform, we are going live, exclusively live, only per platform panapa live chat. And on that platform, dokwatinenge tichikupai my daily updates, you poster my small clips of what is really happening. So it's ABTN News. Then I will put the link in the description as well of this video, so that you can go to that platform and subscribe. So Team Zimbabwe, Team Zimbabwe, and we hope that we will be together in all episodes. And kunavo vakwanisa ma-comments avo ndinokutendai mukoma machona fair. Thank you very much. So till we meet again in other episodes, much love.